Okay, so anyway, hopefully you got to see a few pictures that I inserted there. Um, but anyway, I was talking to you about Jen's stitching niche. So I decided that I was going to do a whole bunch of different sunflower stitches for the month of August, and I was just going to work on them all August, and then that way next August and September I would have all my finishes, all my cross stitch sunflower stuff done. Well, you know how that goes. You know how that goes. But anyway, I did actually finish one already. So I started this. We got home on. Let's see. We got home from. We got home on Sunday night, Sunday afternoon, late afternoon, about 4 o'clock. And you know, you have to sort laundry and unpack and do all of that kind of stuff, and sort of spend some time with the dogs. And I didn't get any stitching done on Sunday, and we were pretty exhausted. The time difference is 6 hours, and Europe is 6 hours ahead of us. So we left our hotel at 5:30 in the morning, which was like 11:30 at night, Saturday night in Omaha. And we landed in Omaha at 3 o'clock. Actually, it was more like 2 o'clock on Sunday afternoon, which would have been like 8 o'clock Sunday night in Ireland. And so by the time you're really going to bed at 10 o'clock, it's the wee hours of the morning. So it takes your body a few days to adjust to that. It really wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be, though. I've slept well the last couple nights, so that's a good thing. But anyway, I didn't do any stitching that first night. But yesterday morning, bright and early, as I finished up work and then was starting on some laundry, I started this, and it's a little welcome. It is Needle Bling Designs We Welcomes, and this must be a monthly welcome, and this is the August one. And so Jen had this in her Etsy shop, and I purchased it, and I finished it. I finished it last night. So there's welcome, we welcome. And this is done as a pillow here, a little mini pillow, and I may finish it like that, but I think I have a sort of, I don't know what that would be called, almost like an easel that I got at Goodwill, and I think I may try to do a finish using that. I haven't quite decided. So I have that, and then let's talk about the other stuff that I ordered from Jen, since we're kind of discussing Jen. So I was going through, and I decided I was only going to order things that had sunflowers in them. And this is actually this is a Plum Street sampler, and Plum Street is my all-time favorite. This is actually called Harvest Delivery, and it's a little bit more fallish. It's probably not really appropriate for August, September, because there are pumpkins in it. But it does have sort of a sunflowery vibe to it. And so I ordered it because I loved it, but I probably won't stitch this month, but it looks like that. Harvest Delivery. I love that horse. That horse is phenomenal. So I think I need to go, my next in the farmhouse series is in, and I came in right before we left, so I need to run out to Julie's, and I may do that today. And I think I may kit this up, because I think I want to kit it up on something a little bit darker so that horse really kind of stands out. But I think I definitely want to do that in the Gast, and this calls for Gast and Weeks Dye Works flosses. So love that. Another one, I was only buying sunflower or sunflower-ish designs. Saw this, and I bought this for the pennies on this. So this is a combination applique cross stitch. This is a Barbara Anna design. It's called The Witch, the Crow, and the Pumpkin. And I know other people have shown this before, and I hadn't seen it in person. I love that. I love pennies. I love penny rugs. I love every single thing about this. I may kit this up as well. I would like to get this done for this coming fall. I may kit this up and then start this tomorrow for Witchy Wednesday. Yeah, I'm already veering from my all sunflower things. Wow, I'm realizing I bought another one. I love Thanksgiving things that aren't cutesy Thanksgiving. And here we go with another Plum Street sampler. Thankful for thee. Again, this has sunflowers on it for sure, but it's clearly a Thanksgiving piece, but I love that. May kit that up too. I may kit that up and see if I can get that done for this Thanksgiving. I don't know. Okay, this one, another Plum Street sampler, Sunflower House. So this one is definitely one for this year, and I actually kitted this up yesterday using DMC because I had DMC that I think will work just fine for this. Do need to see if I have some fabric for it. A Chessie and Me, this is Sunflower House. I don't know how easy it's going to be for you to see this. I not only loved the sunflowers in this, but I thought that checkerboard house was adorable, and I thought that would be a lot of fun to do. This says, to lead the tender mind to virtue's bower, pluck out the weed and cultivate the flower. I love that. And then the last one is Country Cottage Needleworks. This is over by the fence where the sunflowers grow. Summer winds glide by, a stalk sway to and fro. I almost feel like this was a Priscilla and Chelsea Sal, but I don't remember if it was or not. Anyway, it's called Sunflowers in Summer. And that's really sweet too. And that would be one that would be so easy to get done in just a few days if I just dedicated some time to it. Everybody is doing and working on, I know that several people have shown these, and now I'm losing my track of who, but Jen has made some floss cards, and I could make these myself. I do have a Cricut machine. It's just kind of a pain to get out and, you know, harangue it, and it's not a pain once you get it all set up, but I have it kind of put away. And anyway, I loved these, and I thought they were so neat, and I've never used floss cards before, so I thought I would give them a try and see how they were. You can't see it, but I have Pam stitching between the lines on on the TV. Her face is on our big screen TV over here. I was watching her this morning, and she bought some of those from Jen as well. And Pam and I tend to do that thing where she'll buy something and I'll buy something, and we won't know the other bought it, and then we'll figure out that we bought it, and it's kind of weird. She's another one that she buys things, and I'll be honest with you, part of the reason I'm filming today is I was watching her, and she was showing some things that she started recently, and she was calling them accidental starts. So she had been working on something else and got frustrated with it or got tired of it and decided to start something that she had kitted up maybe for, you know, quite a while. And I was so itching to go buy a couple of the things that she had shown that I thought, okay, rather than do that, let's just go ahead and do a floss tube video and see if I can put off the buying of things. Not so much from Jen, but I'm struggling this year finding ornaments to do for the kids. I kind of have talked about this before. And I found one, a Country Cottage Needleworks one at Julie's that I'm going to do for, I think for Caitlin and Caleb. But I was struggling to find one for Ryan and Maddie. Usually I start looking for those right after Christmas, and I pick them out and have them and start them about this time of year. Usually I start those in about August and just work on them kind of leisurely. And I'm sort of panicking a little bit because I've only found the one. So I was one night late online on Etsy. I should not be allowed to have my computer, my iPad in my bed with me late at night on Etsy. I should not be allowed to do that. But I did, and I found a few things. So I'd never heard of this. So I think I just Googled in Etsy, or searched in Etsy, like small Christmas ornament cross stitch, or cross stitch small Christmas ornament kind of thing. I found this one. This is going to be for Maddie. This is a Sugar Stitches. It's called Kringle's Hot Cocoa. I love that. I think that's really sweet. I love those colors. That's another one I should kit up at Julie's today, because that's one that I would like to use exactly what she used. Oh, but she used DMC, so yeah, I can get that up in DMC. This chart, I don't want to show you the chart, but the chart, you know, it's just a small, right? But the chart takes up almost a whole 8x10 piece of paper. So it's nice and big. I love that. I love that. It was not expensive, like a couple bucks. And then from the Little Stitcher, who I've purchased from before and love her patterns. I love her patterns. She reminds me a whole lot of Primitive Stitcher. Or not Primitive. Why am I blanking? Primitive Hair. But the Little Stitcher, I found this little red bird. I love cardinals, not as much as Nicole Buckeye Stitcher, but I love cardinals. But I found this, and this is like a perfect. This is a perfect cardinal. Again, I'm not big on cutesy, but I love that cardinal. That's just a beautiful. May do that for me. I could do that for Caitlin, would like that. May do that as a gift. I don't know. I was on I get the like a monthly maybe email from the Primitive Hair. She's phenomenal. I love her. And I don't know if I saw this or if I wanted to look at something else on her Etsy store, and so I linked to her Etsy store, and this popped up, and I saw this, and you guys know how I love Charles Dickens, Christmas Carol in every form, all the movies. I've seen it on stage. I don't even know how many times I've seen it on stage. I am stitching a couple different versions of it. I think this is new to her shop. I'm not 100% sure, but this is called Christmas Carol Sampler. This isn't the best picture. My printer was running out of ink when I printed this. But look at that. Nicole, look at that. Pam, look at that. Isn't that, oh my gosh. The colors in this, it's just, there aren't many. It's very different from the other Christmas Carol kind of sampler, band sampler that we were doing. But man, that is beautiful. I love that. You know what? Here's another one I should kit up today. I could work on this on Sunday and Merry Mondays. Guys, this is ridiculous. Let's see what this is. This is charted in DMC and Gaff. Gentle Arts, maybe? I don't know. I don't remember ever seeing that before. I may take that out to Julie's and get that up today too. Okay, and then in that whole process of looking for smalls for my kids, I came across something that said, or pulled up Halloween or fall smalls, and I don't know how to say. I've shown her before. Cuore e Batacuore. I don't know how to say it. It's terrible. I'm sure that's either French or Italian. But it is a fall. It's called the Shabby Autumn Calendar, and my picture is ridiculous. It's terribly small, but here's the picture of it, and it's 31 little designs that you can do either together or individually. And I want to do both. I'd like to do this as an all-together autumn calendar, and I'd also like to do individual ones to hang on my little fall tree. But then I also saw a couple that I wanted to do as gifts. And so right before we left, like maybe 2 days before we left, I started one. And it's the little kitty. So it's day number 2. It's the little kitty here. And this is what it looks like. I just kind of pulled a sample of all different kinds of, this is both Fancy Floss and DMC, and I started that and almost got it finished before we left.